Hello guys. On this video, I'm gonna go over Module 3, Lesson 1, the first couple of set of questions with you guys. Just letting you guys know, we did jump from Module 1 to Module 3. We're skipping Module 2. So I'm gonna be going over Module through 3, I'm sorry, with you guys, telling you how to do it, how to get there, and all that stuff. All right, guys, so let's get to it. First of all, guys, um, I haven't posted it on Power School, because I'm doing it beforehand, but just letting you guys know how do you get to the resources. They're going to be in Power School Learning. You'll go to mapping lessons, and then the assignments are going to be there, directions are going to be there. And also, I'm going to give you, this time, I'm going to give you an answer sheet on which you have to write your answers in there. That just makes it easier on you guys, and it's going to be make it easy on me because there's going to be some tables in there. So let's get to it, guys. So once you get into it, it's gonna look like this. Module 3, lesson 1 is directions. Just letting you guys know, I'm gonna be opening it up in Adobe. It's gonna be the same thing, directions. It tells you this is what we're gonna be doing. By the time you kind of like start this project, I'm gonna be eventually talking about this, so you're gonna have a little background on this. But basically, long story short, this lesson is about temperatures around the world and how location, altitude, all the different things that affect temperatures in the world. All right. So this lesson is called running hot and running cold. All right. So we're going to be analyzing monthly temperatures around the world and then just trying to see if there's patterns. All right. All right. So we go from here. We'll click on this link that's going to take us to the map. So here's going to be the map. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit to load. Um, it's a lot of data. So this is the map. Once you get into it, guys, I'm gonna let it load. But let me go in here. It says when it opens up, your map should look like this. So you have a kind of like what I want to do, and then you want to click modify map. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in because I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna need to save this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and sign in before I go to task 2. So open my map. I'm already here. Either click modify, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. You should have already your login with your username and password. Let me go ahead and put my login to log in. That's my login. And I'm signed in, and I know I did sign in successfully because I see my name in here, right? So now, of course, it's gonna reopen the map, right? So the first task we're gonna go. So I already signed in. I'm gonna go into contents. I want to see what kind of layers there is in the map. So I'm gonna go in here. Contents right now it just tells you about the map, right? So I'm gonna go to contents and oh, there you go, contents, and I'll see this is the layers that are available within the map. The one check layers, that means they're turned on. The unchecked layers are that means they're turned off. All right, we already know that, but let's get with it. All right, so it says go ahead and just turn on average yearly temperatures. So we'll look for that. There it is, average yearly temperatures. We're gonna turn that on, and we'll see. This happens in our map. All right. Oops. Then we go for hover over our temperature layer name and click show table icon. We want to see the table for that layer. So average daily temperatures, you have to click on that. And then you have these buttons in here that you can do. They also have the more. This is an ellipsis, 3 dots, more options. But we want to see the second one, show table. And if you're not sure, you can just hover over that and it tells you what that's going to do. So we're going to do show table. We want to see the table, right? So we go, let me hide this so I can uh, do that. So this is a table. It tells you the name of the city, the country, the population, elevation, and then the average temperature, right? And then the colors mean something. We're gonna find out what they are. So the symbols on the map represent cities around the world. A color each symbol reflects the average temperature in order to record throughout the city, right? Look at the global temperature patterns displayed on the map. Answer the questions in your activity sheet. Very important, guys. So basically, I'm gonna give you guys this answer sheet, and basically they have all the questions, and then you're gonna go ahead and type in your answer in here, and then this is where you're gonna turn in. And I'm doing this that way you can just there's a lot of stuff like tables that they're gonna ask you to fill out, and then that way you can do it um, more easy, right, to fill out. All right. So question number one. Write three observations about the pattern of temperature displayed on your map. The observations will describe the regions of the world, not specific countries or cities. So, question one, what's going on in the world, right? Temperatures. So, I'm going to cheat a little bit in the sense that I want to know what these colors mean, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and click legend. And basically, it is the temperatures in Celsius, right? We here in the United States use Fahrenheit, but basically all around the world they use Celsius. So basically, the red means they're hot, and then purple, yellow, that means it's really cold. So what kind of pattern do you see in general here, right? And then I'm gonna be talking about that, right? So you basically that's the first question. Question one, what observation do you see patterns of the regions of the world? Basically, what do you see around the world? All right, I'm gonna close this table. But what I see, for example, is you're gonna see there's a lot of red and yellow right here in the middle of the earth, right? And then we have cold either going north or south. You guys probably know there is a south pole and no north pole. You see that the temperatures over there, like, they're pretty cold. So as you probably know, it gets warmer near the equator. That's because they get more sun, right? So just keep that in mind. So if I were doing this, question number one, I'll put in there the temperatures near the middle or the equator are warmer than and then as you get to the north or to the south, then they're colder. All right, so that'll be the answer to question number one, really. But I mean, you can have a different answer. That's fine, as long as it makes sense and I can see the map and this map. Let's see, where's the map at? You can see the map and see that you kind of think it through. Then I'm good with that. All right. All right. Question two: complete the following table. Well, let's see the directions first, right? So okay. So now turn on latitude and longitude zone layers. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Turn on. Let me get rid of that. Um, latitude and longitude. I'm gonna turn it on, and then latitude and longitude. I eventually am gonna talk to you guys about that. Basically, there are lines, invisible lines that divide the world. That just makes it easier for us to see it. And then zone layers. So we want to turn on zone. So now we have tropical, south, and north, right? So from here, see, imagine latitude and primary draw the map. For the purpose of this exercise, between major lines represent 5 zones, north polar, north temperate, tropical, south temperate, and polar. Use your mouse cursor, click on the city dots you map to get the necessary information and complete the table in your sheet. Remember, the dot represent a city. So let's look at the answer sheet. So basically, we want to see the zone, basically tropical, right? Tropical. So we're going to find the tropical zone, and then we're going to see what is the typical temperature range on that. So what kind of color are there, right? So we're going to see the map. Okay. So here's the map. The tropical is this section and then this section. So these two sections. So my question to you will be, what color do you see the most? Right? We see red, green. Oh, we see a yellow. All right. We see a lot of red. So long story short, the typical range, the most common range is going to be red. Right. So I want to know what color, what range is red. So we will go to yearly average temperatures. We can go from here. So we see a lot of red. So I would say 24 to 21 degrees Celsius. There's also some yellow. So you can even, I would even take anywhere from 19 to 29 degrees Celsius, right? But basically, they're the most common color. It would be red, right? So the answer to this part right here, the typical temperature in the tropical zone will be 19 to 29 or 29 to 24. A typical city, that means basically a city that is red. So you will pick any city that's red, and of course, I'm gonna pick city in Mexico, and I'm gonna put Acapulco. So that would be a typical city because it falls with the common temperature ranges in that zone. So in there, we put the range, and then typical city, I will put Acapulco, and then atypical city, that means something is against the norm, right? So basically, it's something, a city that's really, really cold in there. So then we'll go and see, and we see that, blue is kind of cold. So I'm going to pick this city, which is blue, and that is going to be La Paz, right? And then that city is pretty much really cold, so it's atypical, not common, right? So basically, then I will put La Paz right here. Then I will be done with that section, right? So typical temperature range. Basically, what color dominates that range, and then you tell me typical city. Basically, a common city with the temperature, and atypical. I mean, not common. So it'll be La Paz, right? So I'll let you guys do north temperate and south temperate. So basically, you're gonna do the same thing. North will be over here. What color do you guys see the most? And south, right? There's not that many cities, but I see a lot of green. Right over here, I see a lot of blue and purple. All right. All right. So let's keep going. So like I said, question two. I give you guys a tropical. I did it with you guys. Then you guys please do north and south. All right. So now question three. Let's see their directions. Question three. What do you think there's any major cities in the north or the south polar zones? So basically, because of like polar zone over here, and then over here, this small part. What do you guys think? There is no major cities around here, right? And that's something that you have to kind of think about. Why? And long story short, if you know the polar caps, the polar zone, basically temperature is freezing out there. There's not that much sun. There's not a lot of things to do. So basically, people don't just go out there to live. Right? So the temperature is so harsh, is so bad that people actually don't go over there to live. That's basically what the answer is. Right? What I'm looking for. All right. Question four: how is the north temperate zone different from the south temperate zone? Right. So how is the south different than the north? Right. So basically, like I said, a couple answers that I'll take. The South doesn't really have that many cities, right? You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 major cities. In here in the North, there's a lot. There's Europe, there's Asia, right? There's North America. So one thing that the North is different from the South, basically in the North, there's a lot more cities, right? And then also on the North, you do see some cities that they have some kind of warm climate. You see right here, I believe this is going to be Miami. It is kind of warm and it's still in the north temperate, right? We see these red dots in here. So they do have some kind of warm climates. In the south, there's nothing red, right? The only thing that closes is yellow, but there's nothing red. So it's a lot colder, you want to say. So once again, question four: how's the north different than the south temperate zone? Basically, on the north, there's a lot more cities, all right, major cities, so it's a lot more population. Also, in the north, there is some cities which they have, um, what can I say, which they have warmer climate. All right, let's go to it. All right, question. All right, question. That was question four. Now, step nine: turn off average yearly temperature zones, average temperature layer, and zone layer. So average temperature and then zones. All right, turn off. All right, turn on climate zone layer. So I want to turn on climate zone layer. Check it. Now it's turned on. Oh, there it is. I thought nothing happened, but it did. All right, complete the table in your answer sheet. So looking at this map, we're gonna answer question five. All right, question five, complete that. Some characteristics of climates: tropical, temperate, and polar, right? So this question, guys, you guys can look at the map, or also you can actually Google the question. So the tropical, tropical, what are some characteristics? What are some common things about this climate, the tropical climate? So we want to know climate zones. I'm gonna not cheat, but I'm gonna see what the colors mean. So tropical will be this green, and we see it as in around here, like towards the middle. So basically, question five, complete the table. this. What are some characteristics of that climate? Tropical usually is wet. Some areas are arid, highlands, right? Temperate, basically, are humid, continental, marine, Mediterranean. And polar is kind of cold, ice caps. Tundra, right? So, like I said, you can Google those answers, right? You kind of have to. So, what are some characteristics? All right, let's go to the steps. That's question 5. Question 6. Which zone has a greater number of climates? Hmm. Which zone has a greater um, number of climates? So that means looking at this map, which zone, the tropical, the south, or the north has different kind of colors. Basically, what it comes down to. This one has green, has gray, has light yellow, right? The south, they really have not that much options because it doesn't have a land. Now look at the north side. They have yellow, they have green, they have different kind of greens. They also have purple, right? No other zone has purple. So the answer to question 6 will be the north temperate zone, right? So it will be this zone right here, right? So I know you guys remember. I'm gonna put that, just turn it on so you know. North temperate zone will be this one. Basically, they have a lot more variety of climates. All right, that was question 6. The answer to question 6. All right. All right, let's move to number 7. Remember, this is a YouTube video, so you can pause it, you can rewind it. I just kind of go through it. That way, you can write your answers down. But it's really important that you kind of follow through, and you are also following through the exercise. So, step 11, turn on the average yearly temperature layer. So, let me turn off this one. Average temperature layer. So, let's turn it on again. See what happens. So you have those cities, right? So now question 7. Give an example of a city in each of the following um, zones, right? So you have to look at your sheet again. So basically, arid, right? So we want to know what city is basically in this climate of arid. Basically, it's kind of like a desert, right? So first one, let's look at the map, and I want to know again which one's arid, and then this light yellow, right? So let's see this light yellow. Oh, there's a light yellow in here, and there's a city in here. So this one, I'm gonna put city of Alice Springs. Alice Springs, that's a typical city. Tropical wet. So let's find that tropical wet. So tropical wet is like those highlight green. It's in here. No city in there. I do see this one right here. So I'm even gonna try to pronounce this right, but it's this one right here. Right, there's more than one answer, guys. Right, so just keep that in mind. So let's see, tropical dry. So then we look tropical dry is a little the other green type of green. Tropical dry. So I'm gonna pick this one. Quito. So Quito and Ecuador, right? So tropical dry. So basically, you already know kind of what to do. So you're gonna do area, the climate. Then you do all that, and then you pick a city, right? So once again, you know where it's at, and then look that color and what kind of city is in there, right? Also, if it looks confusing, guys, you can turn off. I know, so you don't have to really follow, but like I want to turn off the lakes and rivers. It just makes it easier sometimes to see, right? That's one of those things that once you already know, you know. All right, let's keep going. No, task 5, step 5. Um, I'm just gonna do step 5, and then that's it. All right, guys. So turn off climate zones. All right, so let's turn off climate zones. Oh, it's off. All right, we're ahead of the game. And then click on bookmarks. Okay, click on bookmarks right hand of the top menu bar and choose North America. Really important. Where are bookmarks at? So on the top to the right of the menu, bookmarks. And then we have North, West Europe, Australia, Africa. And basically a bookmark is basically a snapshot where the people that created the map want you to look at. All right, so we're gonna put North America. We'll click on it and you see what's going to happen to your map. Click on it, then it takes you to North America. All right, so click on that. You see or here your map creator North America showing cities, rivers, and lakes. You know, if your map looks different, a picture of both, zoom out, blah blah blah. So now in here, remember you can zoom in using the plus or minus. So I usually like that, zoom out, zoom in, right? If you need to, I already turned off the rivers, but you can have the rivers and lakes if you need to, right? In here, we're gonna search for the city of Boston, right? The city of Boston. So on the search bar, click Boston, and then it's gonna be Massachusetts, United States. So in here, find an address. I want to know, oh, Boston. So Boston, Massachusetts. Here it is. Click on there, and then it's gonna take me to the city of Boston. And you see that it already has a color and everything, right? So we'll see what the question is. Click on the dot. We already did. Click on the dot. Click on that. Boston, Massachusetts. Select it. Scroll down to the bottom of the pop-up window. View graph entitled monthly temperature in Celsius. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. So Boston, I don't know what happened, guys, but there's basically this window tells you there's a lot of information with Boston, right? And then it has the graph, but it tells you they have 1 out of 3 windows. So if you can't find information here, you can always click on this, and then a second window information, and third, right? But we're gonna be looking at the first one. All right. So the directions once again, look scroll down so you can see the average a monthly temperature in Celsius, right? Hover over and click on the dot. So the graph displays that. Record the points of each. Basically, be sure a axis, right? So basically, it's showing you how to use this. So in Boston, for example, you scroll down and then you see the temperatures, monthly temperatures in Celsius. So it gets cold and then gets warmer. April, May, June, July, August, and it goes down again. So basically, in January, it's cold. Then we go to March, it's about 3 degrees Celsius. That's kind of cold. Then the temperature keeps rising all the way to July, which is the hottest month in Boston, right? So you can just hover over that point, and it should tell you, right? Also in here, you have the information in here. All right, let's go to that. Click on Miami. All right, so you just close that and then repeat the same thing with Miami. So you close Boston. If you already know where Miami's at, you can just click on that. If not, you can use the search bar. Right. So let me go. I know where Miami's at because I already kind of good with my maps. So click Miami, and now look at Miami. It's kind of like steady, right? January is about 20, and then it goes to like 30, and it just comes out. So Boston was like poop, cold, hot, and cold, and then Miami's kind of stable. Now, what do you think that is? Well, good thing you asked. Basically, Miami's kind of stable because it's really close to the ocean, and when cities are close to the ocean, basically that's kind of it's kind of easy to keep the temperature. But I forgot to tell you that the question 8, basically we have to fill out this table, right? So Boston and Miami. So let's do Boston first, right? Let's go do Boston first. Let me go back. Let me search Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. Here it is. Click on the dot. Here it is. Um, So where's the coldest month? I'm gonna say is between January and February. You see it's -2, right? And then it goes up and it goes down. So question, what is the coldest month? Is gonna put January or February, or you can put both. What is the lowest temperature that you see in the year? So the coldest of course is January and February. And if you can hover over the dot, you'll see that the average temperature in January is -2 Celsius, right? What is the hottest month? I can say, ooh, it goes rising. I already told you guys. It's in July. So July has about 23 degrees Celsius. So this will be hottest month will be July. What is the highest temperature, which is the month of July, which is going to be 23. All right. So that's how you get to that. The temperature range over 12 months, which would be basically how much spread, how much does it go up and down, right? As one, it goes kind of quite a bit. So basically, what you do is a 2023 right here and -2. So how do you do that? So -2 plus 23, believe it or not, equals 25. So basically, on a year, the range of temperature is about 25 degrees. You can start off with the coldest by -2 all the way to 23. So this will be 25. So we'll do the same thing for Miami, and I'm gonna stop on there. All right, Miami. Let's do Miami now. Click Miami. Scroll down to the area. Where is the coldest month? December's 21st. December's 21, February 20. So the same thing for Miami. It's also January and February, right? That's the coldest month with the average temperature of 20. So coldest month, again, it's going to be January and February. And the lowest temperature in the year is going to be about 20 degrees Celsius. What are the hottest months in Miami? Let's look it up. So, it keeps rising right here. So in July, August, uh, 28 in August, and July 28. So the hottest month, it's tie basically. For right here, I can take right here July or August, and the highest temperature it's going to be 28. So the coldest is 20, and the highest is 28. So what is the range? You subtract that, and then it's going to be 8 degrees difference. So basically, that's what I'm telling you. Miami is more stable the temperature. Boston is cold and gets a little bit warm, and it gets really cold again. So it's more bigger range between the temperature in Boston in a year than Miami. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Um, so basically, we do the same thing. So that was question 8. All right. So like I said, guys, I think it's pretty straightforward. Just follow the directions. Hopefully, you find this video helpful, and then we'll go from there, guys. Like I said, you're gonna have enough time to work on this during class. So ask questions, show up to class, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. Hopefully, this was helpful. Have a great day, and keep coming to class, guys.